Alright. Oh, this is going to be a good day. Hey man, welcome back to Man Time. Today's episode we're going to talk about the key to a successful farming operation, which is also probably the same as a key to a successful business. Follow along, grab a frosty beverage, let's do some farming. Welcome to Man Time. Alright, well, I'm going to start here by servicing my equipment. And the first key to successful farming and successful business in general is going to be to know your customer and provide them with a invaluable service. That's where it all starts, right? You've actually got to know your customer, know what they're doing, know what they want, and actually care about them a little bit. You know? So one of my customers, he is a rabbit farmer for meat rabbits, which means rabbits that go to restaurants and tables and stores across the country. So he needs pesticide-free, herbicide-free hay from me and, you know, from other suppliers that he has, because those rabbits are going to you and to your homes. And so I care about that, right? So my hay field, I take pride in it. I've got the hay cut right now. I went through there, pulled out, we have what's called bull nettle, which is a really spiny, bad plant. So not only do I provide him with pesticide and herbicide-free hay, just like my customers that have horses and things, that's what they require. It's also fertilized organically, and I use a combination of fish, liquid fish and sea kelp concentrate, and Thrive, which is a mineral and vitamin supplement, and then also, you know, you have to keep the pH of your field correct. It's going to be different, you know, for every business, but that's primarily what I'm looking for when I maintain my fields. So it starts there, and doing what it takes to provide your customer with what they need. Alright, well, the next thing that's important to, you know, me as a farmer is maintaining my equipment, knowing my equipment. So after running equipment for so long, you're going to find out what it needs, and especially the spare parts, right? There's going to be some key things that you're going to find out just continually break, and especially things like shear pins. Shear pins are designed to break in the case that you're running your equipment wrong. But other than that, this wheel hub here has a pin on the other side that locks it to this drive shaft that then in turn spins the rake portion of it. So that's broken before. I've got spare bolts for that. For my hay cutter, it's a sickle cutter, and there's like 3 key things that are always breaking on that, which is going to be your cutters and the rivets that hold the cutters. So I've got spare rivets, spare cutters, you know, and I'm basically prepared to do that while cutting and have that stuff ready to go. So it's preparation, it's knowing your processes, right? So the process is cutting the hay. Well, how does the hay get cut? Well, you're watching the weather. The weather has to be dry, for one, and it has to be a time when you've got ample time to rake and bale and pick up the hay out of the field before it rains again. So you're constantly watching the weather, knowing your process, and then you've got spare parts on hand for the things that you know will break. But yeah, for the cutter, it's basically tines, rivets. For this, it's spare nuts, bolts. I think I may have a U-joint spare for this, but again, grease, maintenance, proper maintenance on your equipment, and then preparation for yourself. It's going to be 100 degrees plus today. That's just the way it is. This is the time when the hay is ready to cut and the weather is cooperating, so you've got to be prepared when the situation arises to do your business. You're ready to do it. Same goes for any business, really. Whatever you're in. And I'm out of grease. God, these grease guns just suck. Since we're talking about maintenance, again, keeping spares on hand, grease is a common spare that we have to have here. Now, I grabbed this gun. I've been through several different grease guns for obvious reasons. None of them seem to work right. I've seen a grease gun out there that's a little bit easier to do this process with. Of course, I don't have one. I do have the expensive electric one, but this just has a few zerks on it. Yeah, I was empty. So we'll go through this process. Of course, I'm going to cut myself. Try to get this thing out of here. God. Why do they make this so hard? Yeah, I just went on Amazon and got a cheap one after my other one broke. Actually sliced my hand. The cast deal on the bottom there, as I was trying to do this process, it broke and like went through my, just tore all the meat right out of the middle of my hand. It's already starting to, it's already starting to push grease out of there. Yeah, this is just going to get messy fast. God, I love this. It's my favorite part of maintaining equipment is changing these. Look at this. Now I'm all super greased up. Here, we can keep this from rusting with all this grease. How about that? So, you need to keep a rag handy. Alright. Back at it. Look at this. Is this... I mean, this is like a sick joke that these... I mean, we've got to apply grease, but there's got to be... I guess I'll just have to use my electric one. The electric one isn't much better, though. See that? Yeah. I don't know. I may get one of those better grease gun things. Yeah, this U-joint here is probably the most critical one on here. I mean, along with the wheel cylinders, obviously. But yeah, you want to make sure you get enough grease in there. Again, knowing your processes, knowing your equipment, knowing what it likes. All right, let's see here. Fourth thing for a successful farming operation. I had it. Is it gone now? Equipment, customer, processes, maintenance. That's like 5 things. I think that's pretty much it. Customer, equipment, processes. I'm lucky to not have people, because that one kind of eliminates part of the process. When I do square bales, I have people. Maintenance, spares, spare parts. Yeah, and then being ready for the day. Yeah, just as a for instance, here's what my day is going to be looking like in the afternoon. Should be a fun one. And last but not least, you got to know for a farming operation in particular, especially, and any business really, you have to know your tax laws and what the business's purpose really is. You know, your mission statement, right? Provide customers the product and service they need at an affordable price. And for me especially, it's living in a place like this and property like this where I can have hobbies that include things that go bang, and I actually have a little skeet shooting range set up, you know, run chainsaws, and don't have neighbors that complain. Actually, a lot of neighbors with the same motives and mission statements that I do, right? Own the land. The farming provides that tax break so the land is affordable, and making money in this case is a byproduct of having the land and having a business that provides me the land. If you've seen Yellowstone, when he's talking about break even, you know, break even is if you can break even farming, you're that's kind of why we're in it, right? We're in it for the land. We're in it for the opportunities that the land affords us, and breaking even is a suitable, I guess, a suitable means to that end. So, anyways, that's going to do it for today on Man Time. Guys, get out there, have you some man time too.